Nereid's cry approached the base of the pillar, and the world simply tilted. Ahead, the horizon didn't just end. It snapped upward at a 90-degree angle, a wall of churning sapphire water rising 6 miles straight into the stratosphere. The roar was no longer a sound. It was a physical weight that vibrated the very marrow of Adrian's bones. Young Adrian Dean, voiceover. You spend your whole life learning that down is where the anchor goes. But at the foot of the sky-high abyss, the rules die. We weren't just sailing anymore. We were trespassing in a place where God forgot to finish the physics. As the bow hit the vertical transition, the force of artificial gravity slammed Adrian back into the command chair. The ship didn't just turn, it clawed its way up. The massive turbines at the stern shrieked as they fought to push thousands of tons of steel against the downward rush of the vertical current. Adrian Dean, Ilara, lock the inertial dampeners. If we lose trim now, we'll slide off the face of the world. Ilara, straining against the G-force. The magnetic spires are pulling at the hull. The ship wants to fly, Adrian, but the water is trying to crush us against the pillar. As they climbed past the 10,000-foot mark, the water began to change. The crushing pressure of the deep was replaced by a terrifying lightness. Outside the reinforced viewports, the ocean became a translucent veil. Adrian could see the clouds behind the water, and below them, the vast curve of the planet beginning to reveal itself. The Nereid's phase armor began to flicker. Because the air was thinning, the oxygen bubbles within the vertical stream were expanding rapidly. Adrian Dean. She's shaking apart. The vibration is too high. Adrian didn't fight the shaking. He felt the resonance crystal pulsing in the center of the bridge, turning the violet light into a rhythmic heartbeat. He grabbed the manual override levers. Instead of staying in the center of the water column, Adrian steered the Nereid to the very edge, the skin of the vertical ocean. Here, the water was only a few meters thick, held by the shimmering blue energy of the magnetic spires. Adrian Dean. Nereid, give me everything. Turn the drag into lift. The ship's plasma wings deployed with a metallic hiss, slicing through the boundary between water and air. The Nereid began to aquaplane vertically. Half the ship was in the water, providing propulsion, while the other half was in the open air, providing aerodynamic lift. They were a ghost ship caught between two worlds, spiraling upward like a drill bit through the sky. As they neared the summit, the sun's rays hit the water column directly, unshielded by the lower atmosphere. The water began to hiss and boil around the hull, creating a shroud of white steam that made navigation impossible. Ilara. We're blinded. We're heading straight for the upper turbulence. Adrian Dean. Don't look with your eyes, Ilara. Listen to the crystal. We're not a ship today. We're a lightning bolt. With a final deafening surge of the engines, the Nereid broke through the cloud layer, still climbing vertically, leaving a trail of steam and violet fire that stretched back down to the world they had left behind.